Tell me a little bit about what Duff Moto Manufacturing really is and what you do.
It's a small engine shop based out of Calgary, Alberta, and we specialize in coatings and customizing bikes, kind of whatever you can dream it, he can make it kind of thing. So
right on.
That's what we do. We try and get in a little more into the custom world as much as he can do anything and just get you parts. Or
and when you talk about he, who is he?
Justin Duffel.
When we're looking at your booth, I'm seeing sleds,
snowmobiles,
and I'm seeing off-road bikes, or pardon me, FMX bikes. So tell me a little bit more about the variety of work he's capable of doing.
The variety is, like I said, anything that you can dream it, whether it's on a dirt bike, a snowmobile, any small engine, as well as Harleys and street bikes, because what we do is we can take any regular parts off of bikes and color them. So like, even if you don't need an aftermarket part, you can change what your stock bike looks like. So whether that's on a street bike, a snowmobile, or a dirt bike, it doesn't matter. So the variety is across the spectrum of the moto world, if you want to call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been riding?
I have been riding for over 25 years, actually.
And you're how old?
I'm 30.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you like...
I started riding when I was 5. Yeah. And then I've been taking freestyle seriously for 3 years now.
So let's talk a little bit about why you got into FMX and why going to freestyle was the next level for you.
For sure. I always thought freestyle guys were kind of above and beyond, and once you kind of get into that industry and community and you see yourself doing it, you kind of exceed your own expectations, if you will, and then that kind of drove me from there. Once I did something that I didn't think I was capable of, it drives you to keep going further and further. So now I'm addicted to the progression of it and doing things that making the 10-year-old kid in me proud.
You guys sell zero motorcycles.
We do, yes.
Why the electric motorcycle? What turned you on to wanting to sell them?
Looking future-wise, we just thought that EV is something that we're all going to, at some point, enjoy. So Zero was looking for dealers in this part of the world, and we thought the product would match with what we're doing, in that CanAm will also have an electric motorcycle starting, we'll see them in August.
Right.
So it made sense that with that, we obviously learn a little bit more about EV as well. So we tried them, liked them, and decided to become a Zero dealer.
The interesting thing about an electric motorcycle is it's instant torque.
Correct.
And how do you manage to handle that? Because a lot of riders, when they first get on something like that, could almost hurt themselves because it's so responsive.
Correct. So one of the nice things about Zero is it's programmable. So now I can program how much torque I have, what my top speed is going to be. So there's different things I can do mode-wise, so that when I have a new rider, I can take what you would say in a regular motorcycle, take the CCs down versus bringing it up. So I can, as I learn and grow, I can add that to my motorcycle so that I don't outgrow the motorcycle, so to speak.
Right on. What other bikes do you sell?
Honestly, but then we sell the CanAm Spiders, right. So the 3 wheels, so Spider and Riker. And we will obviously have the CanAm Electrics when they come as well.
Right, and you also sell side-by-sides?
And we sell side-by-sides, ATVs, snowmobiles, Sea-Doo Switch.
So in other words, the outdoor enthusiast can find pretty much everything that they need to fill the bill at your shop.
They sure can.
That sounds very interesting. What got you into motorcycles?
Just, I guess as a kid, out on a little 50cc motocross and playing around and having fun. And
now there's the story of every motorcyclist.
Right, the next step becomes, hey, okay, well now I'm old enough, I can ride on the road, and I'm going to ride on the road. And honestly, that's probably power sports in general, right? Like snowmobiling as a kid and continue doing that and everything else. So it's just a lifestyle.
So what you've told me in just a very few short sentences is that you've never grown up.
That's true, and I don't want to.
I'm being joined right now by a gentleman named Alex from Hardcastle Clothing, who also happens to be a wicked stunt rider. Tell me a little bit about motorcycling from your perspective.
Motorcycles from my perspective is honestly, my main opinion on it is throttle therapy. So you hop on your bike and you kind of forget everything around you, and it gives you that peace of mind, that adrenaline, and yeah, it just helps you live a little bit more.
And how did you get into stunting?
Well, so it started at the age of 2 years old. I've been riding motorcycles since, and probably about 2019 I started hitting ramps, and I took it to professional level the last 3 years, performing across Canada, doing freestyle shows. And I think it all started when I watched the Red Bull X Fighters when I was a young kid, and you know, I looked up to them. I was that young kid running up to them, can you sign my poster, can you sign my poster? And then, you know, it turns out that it doesn't go far from the tree, because now that's kids walking up to me, and I feel so humble to be able to share that experience. And so that really drives me to show the youth that there's opportunities. Do you have a goal, chase it. Don't let no one tell you different.
The other thing that you do that not every FMX rider does is you stunt ride a Harley.
Yeah, so I do Harley stunts as well. That kind of started probably about 4 years ago. I just hopped on the bike, and I didn't enjoy just cruising down the road as much as everybody else does, and I like it on the back tire a lot more at that 12 o'clock position, and hand drags and all that cool stuff. And then just recently as well, I started jumping snowmobile, doing freestyle on that. So I'm kind of like a one-man marching band. I like to branch myself off into whatever I'm capable of doing.
And of course, again, like you said, that empowers young people that watch you to take it to that next level, to actually give something a try.
Well, 100%. A lot of kids grow up, you know, maybe their parents don't support them, maybe they don't even have the encouragement in themselves to support themselves. So I like to give them that piece of motivation and just give them that drive. You know, anything is possible no matter how hard it is. You just have to work extra hard sometimes, and keep your motivation, and discipline is very important too in this sport.
What shows are you doing this summer?
So my main one right now is the Northern Bout. That's up in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and that's May 3rd and 4th. And I'm working with my buddies that own the 881 crew. They're a bunch of drifters. So it's going to be the highest payout drift competition on Western Canada. Growing very quickly, and I'm performing my freestyle there. We have some monster trucks coming as well, and some stunt bikes like the Crotch Rocket stunt bikes, and possibly some Harleys as well.
So the Calgary Motorcycle Road Racing Association has a long history. We raced at Race City back in the day, and unfortunately we lost that facility several years ago. So we did our first return to competition last year, 2023. We had a successful event. This year we're coming back even stronger. We are partnering up with the Western Canadian Championship, so we will be one of the rounds for the Western Canadian Championship, which includes the EMRA and the WMRC from British Columbia. And our event this year is going to be August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The 2nd is going to be our race school, and we're still taking entrance spots for that. And the 3rd and 4th, we have a doubleheader weekend in conjunction with the WCC. We're looking for a great turnout, and yeah, we're going to have a fantastic time this year.
So, when you talk about practice and race school, tell the audience that may not know what that is, what that entails.
Our day is split, so we're going to have people who are trying to acquire their race license. It's not a difficult procedure. We just basically run over track safety, how to prep a bike, flag rules, you know, basic general rules for being around a racetrack. We do that on the night before, and then the next day we take those race school participants out on the track, and we lead them through about 5, 6, 7 sessions where we go over things like your body position, where to be on the track, passing, throttle, braking. We do some mock starts, and then at the end we give everybody a treat, and we have a little bit of a mock race, and everybody loves that. At the same time, those who are not looking towards their license and already have their license, I'll be practicing and getting ready for the next day, trying to set the fast time, dialing in the suspension, just getting the bike tuned up for the track. A lot of people have not seen this facility, and so it will take a little bit of doing to get their bike set up. It's a lot of side of the tire. It's a technical course.
Well, that's a wrap for another episode of Ride Like a Local. Next time we're back in Edmonton for the YEG show, and a whole bunch of community leaders, cool motorcycles, and a lot of fun.